JBNN will keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones. Before we get into the news, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and to share the news with someone today. Now onto the news. Aunton niece shot and wounded in St. Elizabeth home invasion. A 24-year-old woman and her 7-year-old niece are the latest victims of gun violence in St. Elizabeth. The two were shot and wounded during an early morning home invasion in Dry River District. They are in serious but stable condition in hospital. It's reported that sometime after 1 o'clock, the 4 occupants of a house were awakened to smoke after the attackers set fire to the front doors. 3 armed men then entered the house and opened fire, hitting one of 3 women and a child. A cousin of the family says it is believed that the shooting is linked to an ongoing domestic abuse case, and the mother of the 7-year-old appears to have been the target. The family matriarch said that she's trying to understand the reason behind the attack on her daughters and granddaughter.
I don't know what type of information they get to come here. I do not know. I don't know what type of information they get. I'm shocked. I'm shocked, so tell me can't even ball. I'm shocked and we can't even ball.
The police have not established a motive for the shooting. This is the second shooting in Margotty since Saturday, when a businessman was killed during a robbery at a supermarket. 2 shot dead on North Street near KPH. 2 men were fatally shot on North Street in downtown Kingston on Tuesday morning have been identified as 23-year-old Michael Anthony Mitchell of Blunt Street and the 21-year-old Donald Walters Jr. of Dumfries Street, both in Kingston. According to reports, the victims were walking along North Street when they were ambushed by armed assailants. The gunmen opened fire, hitting both men multiple times before fleeing the scene. Both men were rushed to the hospital. Unfortunately, they were pronounced dead upon arrival. The motive behind the shooting remains unclear, and the law enforcement authorities have launched an investigation. Police claim 3 men killed in Clarendon Shootout were wanted for serious crimes. The police say the 3 men killed during a confrontation with lawmen in Clarendon on Monday were wanted for serious crimes, including murders and shootings. It's reported that sometime after 2 p.m., the police were traveling along the Bustamante Highway when they signaled the driver of a white Toyota Probox motor car with 5 men on board to stop. The occupants of the vehicle reportedly responded by opening gunfire at the police, who returned the fire. A running gun battle then ensued, which reportedly ended on Hazard Drive in Maypen. 2 of the occupants of the vehicle managed to escape, while the other 3 were found suffering from gunshot wounds. They were taken to hospital, where they were pronounced dead. The police have launched a manhunt for the other suspects who escaped from the vehicle. The Independent Commission of Investigations, INDECOM, is investigating. Man murdered in Georges Valley, St. Elizabeth. The St. Elizabeth police have launched an investigation into an early morning incident at Georges Valley, Balaclava in the parish on Monday, which resulted in a man being shot and killed. The deceased has been identified as Kenroy Facey, otherwise known as Bandulu. According to reports, sometime after 8 a.m., the man was at a shop in the community when he was approached by another man who had exited a black motor car. The other man brandished a gun and shot him twice in the upper body before escaping in the waiting car. He was rushed to the hospital but was pronounced dead on arrival. No motive has been established for the killing. Monday's shooting was the second to have occurred in the parish in less than 24 hours. The Black River Criminal Investigations Branch is leading the investigation. 5 men arrested over seizure of gun in St. Andrew. The St. Andrew Central Police have arrested 5 men following the seizure of a pistol during a snap raid on Monday. The operation took place at about 1:30 p.m. along a lane in the Crossroads area. During the raid, law enforcement officials recovered a Taurus PT 24-7 pistol, which was affixed with a magazine containing 14 rounds of 9mm cartridges. The 5 men were subsequently taken into custody on suspicion of possession of a prohibited weapon and unauthorized possession of ammunition. Investigations are ongoing. Murders down 19%, 219 fewer people killed. The latest crime statistics from the Jamaica Constabulary Force, JCF, show that there's been a 19% reduction in murders since the start of the year. According to the JCF, 918 people have been murdered between January 1 and October 20. That's 219 fewer than the corresponding period last year. St. James has recorded the most murders in any police division with 110 homicides. That figure is still lower when compared to what the division recorded for the corresponding period last year with 158 people killed. St. James is followed by Westmoreland, which had 82 murders. The St. Andrew South Division recorded 17 fewer murders for the period with a total of 86 homicides. St. Catherine North saw 76 people murdered for the period. St. Catherine South recorded 66. St. Anne has seen the biggest reduction at 40% less murders for the period. St. Andrew Central has seen the largest increase with 40% more murders for the period. And Commanding Officer for St. James, Superintendent Aaron Samuels, says murders are down 30% across the parish since the start of the year. He was providing Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness with an update during his recent visit to St. James.
Morning, sir. Superintendent Samuels, Divisional Commander St. James, with me, ASP Reed, Zone Commander for Zone 1, which you're in. Welcome to St. James, sir.
Thank you for welcoming me to my parish. Tell me about what's happening in the parish.
All right, since the start of the year, we have experienced a 30% reduction in murder. We have had 46 less murders since the start of the year compared to last year. We are trying our best, especially as it relates to tourism, to ensure that we bring the numbers down so that we can bring the tourism numbers up. There's a 19% reduction in murders right across the country, and we are playing our part in ensuring that we continue to get the numbers down across the country. We are happy to know that, through our community interventions or operational activities and working directly with the citizens of St. James, we are seeing this kind of reduction, and we hope to continue to see if we can set the tone for 2025 to really have a record-breaking year for St. James.
You still have some hotspot communities in and around Montego Bay, in particular, and even in the outskirts. What are the strategic operations that you're undertaking?
All right, what we have been doing is looking at the areas that we're having the slight flare-ups. We're increasing our policing presence within that space. We have been doing some cordon and search, some curfews to ensure that we can reassure the citizens that we are there with them. And we are doing some direct targeting of the persons who are creating mayhem within the space. And we have been dealing some success. Up to yesterday, we seized one assault rifle. The operation was actually led by ASP Reed here, and one person was taken into custody. And we'll be continuing to, fight to ensure that we get the weapons off the streets here in St. James.
The St. James challenge has always been the organized violence, the gangs, the lottery scamming, and other activities. The question is, have you significantly eroded the capabilities of the gangs?
Yes, since the start of the year, we have seized over 80 weapons directly related to gang violence. Through the work that we have been doing in terms of our national coordinated roadblocks, we have ensured that we block their means of transporting, moving around within the space. Also, since the last 2 to 3 years, we have been significantly reducing the impact of the gangs within the space. A lot of these gangsters have moved to different parishes or have fled the country itself and sought refuge elsewhere. And most of them have been impacted in terms of being behind the bars, or unfortunately some challenge the police and have met their maker.
So in general, you're down
30%.
30% in murders?
In murders.
In
St. James.
In St. James.
19% nationally.
Excellent. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, sir.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Family of joining victim reward searchers for finding his body. In a show of gratitude, the family of Omar Skyers, who joined while enjoying a day at the river last month, presented $100,000 to the 3 people who played a vital role in the 16-day search for his missing body. On September 12, 25-year-old Skyers and his friend, 19-year-old Kristen Steele, reportedly went swimming in the Wogwater River in Castleton, St. Mary, when they were swept away by rushing waters due to heavy rains. Steele's body was recovered by a search team 2 days later in the Flint River area of Castleton, but Skyers' body was not found until September 28 in a river in Broadgate. Throughout those 16 days, Skyers' family traveled from Seaview Gardens in St. Andrew to St. Mary almost daily to assist in the search. There, they witnessed the relentless dedication of Georgia Phillips, Owen Stevenson, and Stephen Hilton, who tirelessly work alongside them to find Skyers' body. Them did it with me every day, and we see all the work them put in. So the man was just a gesture to show them that we really do appreciate all the work that they do, said Sasha Neil Gilvey, who was a friend of Skyers for over a decade. She also said that finding his body was not an easy task because it was consistent every rain. But all when the rain a tear, them did it with the same way. Them still go out there and put themselves at risk to find him, Ogilvy said. The search wasn't the result that we were looking for, but at least we know of closure, and for that we're really grateful, Ogilvy said. Hilton, who discovered Scarce's body, said that upon hearing of Scarce's disappearance, he felt compelled to help with the search. Despite being a father of two, the 44-year-old said he could not stand by and let Scarce's family search for him alone. Them alone couldn't do it. Maybe them wouldn't leave the same way how him leave. Cause some place where me go, me couldn't walk, me just have to swim because the water really, really heavy, Hilton said. I can me know the water, me know the place. But you see this river? It's not an easy river. It's a dangerous river. You can't swim and start drown. I saw the river yesterday, it not like stranger, Hilton explained. He added that although he appreciates the kind gesture, he wished the outcome of the search was different. Me grateful, but me still not feel alright because the man dead. The money can't bring him back, Hilton said. MP Mel Phillips apologizes for breaching the Integrity Commission Act. Member of Parliament for Manchester North Western Mel Phillips has publicly apologized for failing to submit his 2022 statutory declaration on time and to pay the fine for breaching the Integrity Commission Act. In its investigation report, tabled in Parliament last Tuesday, the Integrity Commission said Phillips failed to submit his statutory declaration for the period ending December 31, 2022. In the report, the Director of Investigation said Phillips provided no reasonable cause for failing to submit his statutory declaration by the deadline. According to the report, the MP also failed to pay the fine for breaching the act. The MP, speaking at a People's National Party conference in St. Elizabeth South East, said the issue had brought some embarrassment to his family and his party. The MP, speaking at a People's National Party conference in St. Elizabeth South East, said the issue has brought some embarrassment to his family and his party, and for that he was sorry.
And I want to publicly apologize to the comrade leader and my colleagues in Parliament and my colleagues and family, PNP family. I want to say I am sorry. But I can guarantee that there's no PNP that you will see a report come for illicit enrichment. So comrades, from the bottom of my heart, it will never happen again, and I am sorry.
Phillips said his 2022 statutory declaration was late due to a delay in getting all the relevant documents. JBN keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.